Episode 757. Chen Guo was a bit confused, but she didn't ask any more questions. In Yishu's game, Lord Grimm was still the one moving. At this point, he was just a hair's breadth away from level 55. That afternoon, that final step was finally crossed. Lord Grimm successfully leveled up to 55. That grueling stretch from 50 to 55, the hardest phase yet, had been weathered, not without its scares, but safely overcome.
Finally level 55.
Even Chen Guo felt a wave of relief.
Yeah, finally hit level 55. Dungeon leveling from here on out should be a lot smoother.
Yishu was lost in a whirlwind of emotions, but Chen Guo, upon hearing this, found herself caught between laughter and tears. Leveling in a dungeon versus leveling on wild monsters. Dungeon leveling definitely gives better rewards, but you absolutely can't say it's easier than grinding mobs in the field. Dungeons are tough. If you die a few times from carelessness, it's debatable whether you come out ahead or behind. But then again, when you've got a freak like Ye Shu running the show, this thorn in the side of every major club guild had to constantly watch his surroundings while leveling in the wild, making a swift exit the moment an unfamiliar figure appeared. Once he was inside the dungeon, it was a whole lot easier for him than grinding out in the wild.
You said yesterday that Jan Lulan and his crew weren't afraid of standing against all the major guilds, but I've never seen you scared of it either. With all these guilds around, I've never seen you try to get on good terms with a single one.
Chen Guo said this, and Ye Shu could only manage a helpless smile.
I didn't have a choice. I don't have that kind of time, so I had to go for broke and take the risk. High risk, high reward. Otherwise, how could I possibly pull together a fierce team in such a short time? Passing the qualifiers is just the starting point. We need to make waves in the league too.
Chen Guo listened intently.
Sure, I'll take you through a dungeon.
But no sooner had those words left his mouth than Ye Shu promptly logged Lord Grimm out of the game.
Since we've already hit level 55, there's no rush to level up anymore.
Ye Shu smiled, but the real game changer was that painstakingly researched skill book transfer data Wei Chen had spent years compiling. With that information, managing the account suddenly became a whole lot easier. Ye Shu suddenly had some spare time to do other things. After logging out of Lord Grimm, Ye Shu had already pulled out the knight's account card. He logged into the game, turning his head to ask Chen Guo.
Got any money?
Huh? How much?
Chen Guo didn't hesitate. She reached for her wallet.
I meant in-game currency.
Ye Shu was at a loss for words.
Oh? In-game currency? Chasing Haze has over 10,000 gold, right?
In glory, there's a saying, 100 or 200 isn't rich. 1,000 or 2,000 is just the start. 10,000 gold coins is the real threshold for wealth. Chen Guo had been part of a major guild back in the day, so she moved in the upper circles of the player community. With over 10,000 gold in liquid assets, she'd officially crossed into the middle class.
Just hand them all over. I'll sort out some gear.
Yishu had already logged into the knight account. When they'd won this batch last time, he and Chen Guo had both given them a once-over. Most were empty, and the ones with gear were mostly just green quest items. The original bet hadn't specified anything about the account's level either. Honestly, Ma Chenyi, the owner of Hongtai Internet Cafe, had already saved face by not handing over a knight-level account from the normal server. A knight-level account from the regular district and a heavenly domain account weren't even in the same league. The 24 class accounts Ma Chenyi had provided were all empty, but at least every single one of them was from the heavenly domain. The knight before him had a paltry 4,160 skill points, his meager gear consisting entirely of task-level green environmental pieces. Stripping it all away revealed an incomplete character sheet. Clearly, he'd missed a reward-granting quest somewhere along the way. Anyone other than the original owner would have to put in some serious effort to figure that out. Yishu didn't dwell much on the missing 5 or 10 stat points, but when it came to the knight's original owner, the character's ID itself revealed that owner's unwillingness to stay ordinary. This knight's ID was invincible and most handsome, about as subtle as a brick through a window. Yi Shu could overlook an incomplete character build, but this blatantly flashy ID gave him a moment of quiet discomfort. He was clearly past the age where he felt the need to broadcast his own prowess in his ID. Honestly, a character like this isn't really suited for going undercover. The name's just too provocative. It's terrible for building relationships and fostering unity.
Come get the money.
Chen Guo watched Ye Shu pilot unrivaled super hottie and couldn't help but silently roast him. Then she logged into Chasing Haze and called him over to collect the money. Chasing Haze had a total of 13,251 gold coins. In the end, she gave Unrivaled Handsome a full 13,000 and kept the odd change for herself. Yi Shu did a quick mental calculation, then headed for the auction house. Before long, he emerged looking sharp and well-dressed. Chen Guo hurried over, eager to see how a pro handled a tank's gear setup. But when she leaned in for a closer look, she was absolutely stunned.
Click on me and see.
Chen Guo's voice was thick with disbelief. Ye Shu pulled up Unrivaled and Handsome's equipment screen, showing each piece to Chen Guo one by one as he went along.
There's still over 8,000 left. Here, take it back.
Why are you saving money like that? Go on, get some better gear.
Chen Guo noted that every single piece of equipment Ye Shu had brought back was blue tier. But these days, anyone who's spent any time in the heavenly domain has at least a few pieces of purple gear, even if they don't have orange gear. Especially for a class like the MT, if you've got a fixed team, they'll absolutely prioritize building you up first. A purple weapon and a purple shield, that was the bare minimum. And what did Yi Shu do? He just casually slapped a blue weapon and a blue shield on Invincible and Most Handsome.
To be honest, the tank's role is absolutely critical, but tank gear, unless it's top tier or famous, isn't really that expensive.
Playing a tank is grueling work, and the difficulty is high. Most players either can't do it well or just can't be bothered. The player base is pretty small. Fewer players means less demand for gear, and with less demand, prices naturally stay low. 13,000 gold coins might not be enough for a decent DPS weapon, but for a full set of blue MT gear, plus a purple weapon and shield, that budget just barely cuts it.